The Franklin Central Orchestra has been long known for its ISSMA award-winning performances and never fails to disappoint.
The orchestra program is growing every year, producing amazing concerts. We're doing a really wide range of things these days, including hopefully this spring we're looking at a pit orchestra for the first time in quite a while, playing for Sounds of the Season, playing string orchestra only concerts, jazz and electrified strings concerts. We do chamber recitals twice a year, one in December and then one in February. The program has received the All Music Award through the Indiana State School Music Association over the last 2 years. The first 2 years we've been eligible to do it. And we're just growing from there. We're going to be bringing back our full symphony orchestra this year after a year off and doing some really exciting music by Igor Stravinsky and Edvard Grieg, some stuff that basically everybody's heard. As soon as you sit down, you're like, oh, that one. So it's fun to play some music that's very recognizable and that the students know right away. We just expanded. I have 2 orchestras that are labeled as beginning orchestra. Neither of those is true, of course. You begin orchestra in 6th grade. They're the ones that are playing with some of the least experienced players that haven't been doing a lot of extra things after school, all city ensembles, that kind of thing. They're working on developing skills that allow them to get to the high school level. One is an all freshman group, and then one is a 0 freshman group. The freshman group is called a cadet, and that's the new one. And then our other group there is called Academy. We also have an intermediate and advanced level orchestra, one each. Symphony is that intermediate level orchestra. It's usually our larger auditioned group. And it has students who come straight out of 8th grade to the high school, or students 9 through 12 here. They play an increasing difficulty level of music throughout the year as they progress towards contest. And then Camerata is our advanced group. It's a little bit smaller, also only available by audition, and they're playing music that is considered the high school standard up to some pieces that are college level. Orchestra program started in 2001. The director actually still teaches in the area. Her name's Rachel Lanigan, and she was a fabulous director, really high energy, and she's one that likes to go start programs. So she's done it in a whole bunch of other areas, including Alaska. She took it from nothing. She was going to the middle school every day, teaching those classrooms, and then coming and teaching the high schools every day until it grew enough that they could officially, have enough students to justify hiring other teachers. When she left, she handed it off to a string of really, really awesome teachers, some that still also teach in the area, and one, Mr. Shiniak, is now one of the assistant principals here at the high school. In that time, it's grown from one little orchestra to now 4 plus 2 after-school groups that are unrelated to the 4 classrooms, consistently pulling what are called gold ratings, the superior ratings for our ensembles, both the jazz groups and the string groups and the full orchestra groups.
Hi, my name's Zach Shiniak. I am one of the assistant principals at Franklin Central High School. This is my 2nd year as assistant principal. I became the orchestra director in Franklin Township. It was my 2nd year of teaching. I graduated from Butler University in the spring of 2010, spent a year teaching a junior high band and choir in my hometown of Peru, Indiana. When I came to Franklin Township, I was hired as the orchestra director at Franklin Central High School, as well as FTMS East and West. I would teach 4 orchestras in the morning at the middle schools, alternating days, and then I would come to the high school to teach for the first year 2 orchestra classes. I was orchestra director in Franklin Township for 4 years, and we were able to build the program to where I was at the high school full-time by my last year, my 4th year in the township, and we had hired an exclusive middle school orchestra director. It was an intentional decision to come back to Franklin Central and Franklin Township. The 4 years that I spent here as orchestra director were a great experience, and that was mainly because of the students and the families, and also my colleagues with whom I worked. I spent 7 years in Hamilton Southeastern High School as orchestra director, then department chair, then as dean, then as assistant principal. And when the opportunity opened at Franklin Central, I had no hesitation pursuing the position, and was certainly very happy to come back to Franklin Central. Even though I taught up in the Fishers area for 7 years, I remained a Southsider, and it was great to come back to the families and the communities that I really enjoyed during my time as an orchestra director. I think it's astounding what Dr. Schonkweiler has been able to do, what the students have been able to do. You know, I worked very hard in the 4 years that I was here to really establish the program and make it relevant, bring substantial literature in terms of the music that we played and meaningful experiences on stage. And I think Dr. Schonkweiler has really taken it to new levels. Every performance that I have enjoyed has really been remarkable. I'm excited about what he's doing. I'm excited about what the students are doing. It's really astounding, and I think the program is on the cusp of even a new level of participation and of musical excellence.
My goal is to make the program self-sustaining to a certain extent, to where the students know that it's a tradition, that when they walk in, they're walking into something that's already achieved at a certain level, and that the expectation is that they join that and they make their way into it and help build the program, rather than me feeling like I have to pull and push or prod students. Being able to do large-scale trips and travel, some of the things that other programs in the area do, like going, Disney trips, or more importantly, like, international trips, getting a chance to have these students see parts of the world that they wouldn't perhaps see otherwise, and doing it on kind of their instrument as a meal ticket. So each year, improvement. Whenever the time comes that, I'm no longer the director here, I want to leave it in a way that the next director has a really easy time just hitting the ground running and making it an amazing program right from the start.
The Franklin Central Orchestra Department invites you to their next show on March 5th at 7 p.m., which will feature all 4 ensembles at Franklin Central High. For FCTV, I'm Samuel Valencia.